That hurt. Right before the end of the first period. It was a tough game for the Rangers, down 3-0. But, Tom, you're going to have a video record of this. I don't know the delusion or if this is some prescient thing. You say there'll be a Game 7.
June 18th, I will be in L.A. as we approach Game 7. I've worn my jersey on this, and when I come back from L.A., I'll be back with my jersey on. A lot of fans, who they're pounding their chest, and now this morning, they're like,
all right, I make a deal for
crumbled.
Everybody. If they get to Game 7, I should have talked to Jerry about this. If they actually win, they come back. We, of course, will be covering the parade live and all that. Tom will be our field correspondent at the parade.
See that's wow. So get me the credentials. Have the credentials set up because I will be there.
You guys, Derek Fisher, new coach of the Knicks here, hasn't coached the game before, but 17 years in the league. He was he repped the Union here, 5 rings. You like to pick, Tom?
I do. The Nets were quite successful with Jason Kidd in terms of the point guard never having experience thrown onto the sideline to be a coach.
Kidd was a coach on the court, though, and he was a legend in New Jersey. And then, so the Brooklyn thing made a lot of sense from a marketing perspective.
Look at Dominic throwing the sports stuff out tonight. I mean, that was.
Well, if he talked hockey, I would have had a seizure.
That was a great
throw a little hockey out.
No, don't go that time. Heart attack.
But why is the only thing in hockey that's black is the puck?
Why is that? Andrew, I am going to watch the World Cup like I've never done before. Is there, shut your mouth. Is there any chance, Andrew, that if the U.S. makes it out of the group of death or whatever, they move, that soccer can ever catch on in this country?
I think it would have to be a pretty historic run. I mean, it would have to be the most unlikely run, maybe through the semifinals, maybe into the Final Four. For something like that to happen. And the odds against that are so enormous.
But it's not just our, you see them on network TV now, some of the games, the Premier League games that they're playing. People know the names of the global players
and
like they did in the past.
Thing.
Right, the participation I can take from my own family. My kids are playing year-round here.
It's going to take a title run, much like it often takes a title run on any local sports team, before you get a lot of people who are
you go to the
it.
cities of like Seattle's or the Portlands or other markets, St. Louis,
it's crazy
soccer is huge.
It's crazy in the Northwest.
It's crazy.
But Richard,
they get
unless you got a Pele somewhere. I forgot what was his first name or last name. It was just Pele,
just
right?
Pele, yeah.
Unless you got another Pele somewhere, it ain't happening.
Dominic, you're starting to scare me. You're dropping soccer. You go hockey in a minute. I
can do Jay-Z and Beyonce, politics.
You've got the national team that's coming together, and that's something that everybody can root for in this country.
We all do.
And get behind.
Are you serious?
And if they go on a run,
are you serious?
And if they go on a run, it can actually generate some enthusiasm.
The problem
is sustain.
Who are you picking to win it? You got to go Brazil. Brazil hasn't lost on their home turf.
Or Spain or whatever. Yeah.
Look, we have TVs all over our office. It's a newsroom. That sort of thing happens. 4 years ago during the World Cup, when Landon Donovan scored that goal that advanced the team from out of nowhere in penalty time, there were screams all around our newsroom, from the sales department, from the traffic department, from the newsroom.
What happened the next morning?
No. It was a couple of days later, and thanks for that. But people do put an eye on it when it's the national team.
But didn't we say the same thing about like T.J. Oshie when he scored the Olympic goal in hockey, and then people were like, what the hell's an Oshie?
Look, Mayor de Blasio attended a New York Ranger game last night. You think he thought about the Rangers this morning? That's the same, scenario. I mean, we have a history in this country. We beat the Russians in 1980. It did a little bit for hockey, but hockey was established at some point. Hockey didn't boom to what it. When we beat the Russians in 1980.
When the Rangers won the Cup in 94?
Yeah.
94? That was a long time ago. It actually sparked the development of hockey rinks in this area, in Westchester. There were a bunch of kids who got into the game that hadn't gotten into it before.
Players in the city from Connecticut.
But I mean, look at the Rangers since then. The championship runs help keep enthusiasm going.
Soccer is not going anywhere. So.
I don't know.
Richard,
I think it's got
Carmelo.
I keep hearing
Carmelo.
Do you even want to keep him?
Yes.
Is he going to exercise his option?
He's going to stay.
He's going to stay.
Because without Carmelo, we got nothing.
He's got too much free time.
Are you even talking to Lala here or whatever? Or?
Lala.
I love this.
She's cute. She's cute.
She's a nice person, too. She's a very nice person.
These guys and Lala. All right, our first go wrap it up. We come back.